Hello everyone, welcome to the Power BI DAX Trend series. In this video, we are going to see how to calculate the sum of distinct values based on the other column. And with this example, we are also going to see how to use SUMX and FIRSTNONBLANK in Power BI DAX along with its complete definition and explanation. In this picture, you can see we have two columns over here, customer segment and weight column. In customer segment, we have four different categories A, B, C and D. Corresponding to these categories of customer segment, we have values in weight, which is 2 for A, 5 for B, 8 for C and 4 for D. We want to have the sum of 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 4, and that should be equal to 19. Let's do that in Power BI. The first task would be to import the data that I have kept in Excel file. I am quickly importing the data. So this data is imported over here. You can see we have customer segment and weight column, and all the values are reflected over here. The same is shown in the data table, customer segment column and weight column. Now I will write a measure. Let's name it as sum distinct customer weight values, anything that you want to name. We are going to use SUMX. That's because SUMX is an iteration function in Power BI which works on row by row calculation as per the given expression in the SUMX formula, this expression. First thing here we need to provide is table. In the table part, we are going to provide distinct and column name. Column name should be customer segment, comma. In expression we are going to use first non-blank. You can see over here, first non-blank returns the first value in the column for which the expression has a non-blank value. So we will put in weight. Close this and close this. We are done with this measure. Now let's check whether we have got the right output or not. To check that, I will be using this card visual and drag this measure in the field of the card. And as you can see over here, we have got the right output, which is same as this one. Now there are two things that I want to mention over here. The first is, in place of SUMX, we can't use sum. Why? That's because sum will add all the values of weight column, and we don't want to do that. We want to sum only the unique values corresponding to A, corresponding to B, corresponding to C and corresponding to D. Remember, we have only one value corresponding to each category of customer segment, and then we can use over here SUMX and not sum. And the second is with respect to first non-blank. As you might know, first non-blank returns the first value in the column for which the expression has a non-blank value. But that is not the complete definition of first non-blank. The complete definition is, first non-blank return the first value in the column after sorting the column in its native ascending order, filtered by current context where expression is not blank. By that I mean, here if you see the data table, let's consider only A category. In the A category, we have three values. First non-blank. First, it will sort the values corresponding to A, and then it will pick the minimum value. Again, for B also, it will sort the values in ascending order, and then it will pick the first non-blank, which means the minimum, because it's sorting in ascending order and picking the first non-blank. That means it is picking the minimum value for a specific category. Similarly for C, similarly for D. So this point is very important to note, that first non-blank picks the first non-blank value after sorting the column in its native ascending order, filtered by the current context where the expression is not blank. Let's make a change in the Excel file to see how it gets affected if we change the data set. Let's make it 3, let's make it 4, here we can make it 6, here we can make it 7, 9, let's make it 5. Save it and just refresh it. Now you can see that the data is changed over here. I will go in this visual and you can see that output remains same. Why that happened? Because if you see here, for A category, when the first non-blank will sort and pick the first non-blank value after sorting in the ascending order, the value remains 2 for A. For B, when first non-blank sort in ascending order and picks the first non-blank value, the value remains 5. For C, it remains 8, and for D, it remains 4. So the final output remains still 19. Now let's make another changes. Here let's make it 5. In this case, let's make it 10. In this case, let's make it 15. Let's make it 20. And now let's check what output we are getting. I will quickly refresh this so that we get that data. We have got that data. Now here you can see that our output is 23, because for A, again first non-blank will sort in ascending order and then it will pick the first non-blank value, which means the minimum one. So that is 3 here. For B, it is 6, 6 plus 3, 9. For C, it is 9, 9 plus 9, 18, and for D, it is 5. So 18 plus 5, it is 23. So we have got output as 23. So this is complete definition of first non-blank, and that's how we use SUMX and first non-blank in measure. Alright. Now let's say if I want to add the maximum value corresponding to each category of customer segment. By that I mean, let's say I want to add maximum value of A, that is 5, plus for B it is 10, for C it is 15, and for D it is 20. I want to add all these values. How to do that? We are going to see that in next video. Make sure that you subscribe this channel to stay updated with upcoming videos.